Hi, I'm Rabbi Emma Gottlieb. I'm one of the rabbinic team at Temple Israel here in Cape Town. When we first went into lockdown, of course, there was a lot of anxiety. We didn't know much detail about the virus. We didn't know how long it was going to be before we could be together again. We didn't know how much danger there was. Many of us were separated from our families and, of course, from one another in our community. And it was, of course, very frightening in the beginning, and we had to figure out very quickly, on one foot, as we say, how we were going to keep our community together, even though we couldn't be together in physical spaces. And so our team of rabbis and staff members and lay people went into rapid learning of online technologies, figuring out how to have worship services in Zoom and how to live stream them to Facebook. We very quickly came into the holiday of Passover, which of course is coming around again, and had to figure out how to have our Seder meals online and how to be with our families across distances. And it was a real learning experience for all of us, but also incredibly meaningful. We saw very quickly that we could be together meaningfully in virtual spaces, that worship could still be joyful and musical and spiritual. We just had to think a little bit differently about how to make that happen, and we had to reconceptualize what it meant to be together, what it meant to be a community that was apart but also together. And all throughout the year, that's been our journey. With each holiday that has come on the Jewish calendar, we've had to reinterpret our rituals and figure out how to do online what we would normally do together in a physical space. And each time we've just been so pleased by the response of the community, by what we've been able to offer. We've taken all of our learning online as well, all of our adult ed courses, and also, of course, all of our life cycle experiences are now facilitated online. Our students are having their coming of age, their B'nai Mitzvah, in our online services from their own homes. We've done weddings in Zoom, we've done baby namings in Zoom, and of course we've had to do funerals and Shiva Minyanim in Zoom as well, and where we've only had very small groups at the cemetery and everyone else watching online. So all of these have been a major adjustment for us, but also we are so appreciative of the gifts of technology that we've been able to continue to do the things that we do throughout the Jewish year, more or less like we would any other year, just in a different kind of space and with a little bit of creativity and flexibility. So that has been our journey, and as we are starting to look ahead to the future, we're talking about what that will look like, wondering with whether people will all come back into the physical space or whether there will be a hybrid model where we have members of our community together in physical space as well as watching online. And we're excited about the future and how to take all of the learning from this year and bring it into the future of our community. And I think also this has been an opportunity for us to really demonstrate how to show up for one another. We've seen really beautiful examples of members of our community reaching out to one another during this time, making phone calls to seniors who are very lonely, alone, isolated in their homes, delivering groceries for one another, really showing up, calling people who are ill and calling people who've lost loved ones. Often those are the roles of the rabbis in the community, but this year we've seen members of our community that have also stepped into that space to help support one another throughout these challenging times. And I think people really just love to see each other online and to know that we're all still out there, that we're all still connected. At the end of each of our services, when we're singing the final song, we have a ritual where we smile and wave. We show each person in a spotlight, and they have a chance to wave at everyone. And people really love it because I think it reminds us of all the people who are in the community, and that we're still together. And we're really looking forward to a time when we can be together in person again and embrace one another. But in the meantime, we're going to continue to do what we've been doing until it's safe to be back together. Thank you for this time.